In the building, Newton Falls High School. When you come back, you will be alumni of this great school. With that said, I want to welcome Mr. Ducci, our superintendent, representatives from the Board of Education, but most importantly, all of our sponsors that give scholarships to you. Without them, this day would not be possible, and let's give them as a senior class a round warm of applause for all the hard work they put forth for our students. I'm not going to be up here too much today, so that should make you very happy. Actually, we're going to kick it off with a very short video of you representing the hard work you do for this great city, and then we're calling Mr. Lynch to the stage for a presentation.
My name is Bailey Adams. I'm the senior class president, and we're here today cleaning up the building and weeding and making it pretty for the community to see.
After 13 years of education, they have supported us, this town, and we'd like to give back to them today. And we're restarting the tradition after this pandemic.
In our final days before we leave, we wanted to give back to the community that's given so much to us.
From the point that he walked in the door, he talked about trying to go out and do this project, right? So I don't know, it's 10 years now, you've been here for about 12, 13, something like that. And that partnership between him and the city is the reason why we get to do this. So I think you guys really got to give Mr. Shelby a round of applause, because this is... But the other side of that is the city has just gotten spectacular at making sure you guys have a great day. There was a time when Mr. Shelby was begging and trying to figure out how to feed you, how to do stuff. The city kept getting better, we kept getting better, and I really think you guys owe a big thank you to the city and all the city workers, and obviously Mr. Lynch for all the outstanding work and his creativity. So guys, you guys give it up for Mr. Lynch.
Good morning. Well, folks, on behalf of the City of Newton Falls, as city manager, I just want to say what a wonderful class, what you did on Senior Service Day, the way that you have lived up to the challenge of dealing with the COVID. We here in this community are very proud of the class of 2021. Give yourselves a round of applause. I'm going to ask the superintendent to join me up here for a second for this. Rocco, are you in the neighborhood? If you join me while I make a couple of brief remarks. As city manager, Senior Service Day has become something very near and dear to my heart because it infuses me with energy and electricity just to see what the kids are doing and to see how they've improved the outlook of our community. And this year, it wasn't just the work you did, it was the symbolic value of what you did, that the pandemic wasn't going to knock you down and you were going to forge ahead. And it broke my heart. There was one senior that, because of some scheduling problems, couldn't be there at Senior Service Day. And we gave out these great orange shirts, but it just happened the circumstance where this one senior couldn't be there. And this one senior worked so hard to make this year a success in this 1 year. Imagine, to make things fit into place so that everybody was experiencing it. And I just want to say thank you by making sure that senior got that shirt. And I'm going to call that senior up here who couldn't be there. The city manager senior of the year is our favorite senior, Rocco Aducci. How about this?
I'm like the Energizer Bunny. I just keep on going. Love you guys. Thank you.
What can you say, Rocco? Good job. The next thing we're going to do, we've had many teachers be recognized for A+ teachers. We've had lots of recognition by many of our staff from Trumbull County. This year, the class of 2021, you are starting a new tradition on staff recognition. We're going to have a presentation here in just a quick second, but I do want to welcome you back. We have a plaque this year made by the senior class, special for this staff member, but we're going to do an extra plaque we welcome you to come back and look at in future years, where we start listing all of the staff members that the exiting senior class wishes to recognize from this point forward. So, class of 2021, thank you for starting a new tradition. With that said, can we have Bailey Adams and Olivia Van Overbeek to the stage?
First, on behalf of the senior class, we would like to thank our city manager, David Lynch, and the city of Newton Falls for helping make Senior Service Day happen so that we can keep that tradition going, because we were glad to be a part of that. Now on to this award. There was no top 5 dinner and no A+ teacher award this year that they usually do, but our class felt that with the year as crazy as we've had, we still needed to recognize some of the teachers here. So we started the Educator of Excellence Award, and so the senior class votes on a quote, and the student body will vote on what teacher they feel embodies that quote. This year's quote, it's upside down. I told you. It's okay. This year's quote is, "I wasn't born to just teach. I was born to inspire others, to change people, and to never give up, even when faced with challenges that seem impossible." I'll turn it over to you.
The student body sent in some reasons why they thought that which teacher would embody the quote the most, and some of the quotes that it's really hard not to say this teacher's name when it's right here. Some of the quotes that were sent in were, "This teacher has shown me that grades I receive don't define me as a person. He sees all students as people and does his best to help with whatever may be going on. It may be school-related or it may not, but he goes out of his way to help students in every way possible, not just teaching them. He has helped me reach my goals in high school and in my life, and I am extremely grateful for him. He made things exciting. He understands the students and is extremely aware and always wondering how our people are doing, and he will even take away from his own time to ensure his students are all right. He is very selfless and deserves this title very much." This award goes to Mr. Scott Seljak.
I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, he's here. He's here. I didn't know he's here.
Jeez. That's a lot. So I'll keep this short because I also can be long-winded. I just want to say thank you all so very much. It was a real honor and privilege having you in my classroom. It was a real honor and privilege getting to help shape you into the young people that you are. But most importantly, it was a real honor knowing that even without my influence, you were going to do incredible things. So go do incredible things, please.
Okay, I do want to make a couple last thank yous before I turn it over to Mr. Kernan to get ready to start passing out scholarships. Let's give a round of applause to the Ladies Auxiliary for that breakfast this morning. We want to thank Gregory Films, who has been here with us all those hours while we were shooting your graduation filming, receiving your diploma covers from your parents. So thank you to Gregory Films. Tom, good job. And hopefully they are watching with us still in the middle of a pandemic. We're not going to fill the auditorium. So just like last year when you were sitting one row over, we had told you this would be the day for you to earn your reward. Juniors sitting in the classroom, I hope you are focused on the opportunity you're going to get to watch these seniors get today. 8th graders sitting in your classroom, this is what awaits you for high school. Your future senior service day, the chance to have breakfast and an award assembly and do great things. With that said, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Kernan, and let's get started with scholarships.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Crowder. You took care of most of the thank yous. The other thank you that I need to get in there is Mrs. Peace, Guidance Secretary. Everybody give Mrs. Peace a round of applause. She helps me out for this day tremendously, and I truly do appreciate that. We have a couple things that we're going to take care of prior to giving monetary scholarships. And the first thing that we want to do is we want to bring up on stage Gary Menadio, retired Lieutenant Colonel from the U.S. Marines, yeah? Military Academy, yeah, that's what USMA stands for. Okay, so let's give Gary a nice round of applause and welcome him. Thank you.
Thank you, class of 2021. Congratulations for getting here. To the entire district that's watching, especially the teachers, the administrators, those who have had to deal with the person that I'm going to present an appointment to the academy today. As perfect as some people are, they're never perfect, and we know that you had to go a long way to bring this person to this point in their life. 13,000 files are open for the United States Military Academy every year, from which we will take anywhere from 1,250 to 1,300. Not everybody gets to get in. A lot of them are very well qualified, but we have to make our choices along 3 lines: academics, character, and the opportunity to serve as an officer in the military. The one I will bring up here today has made a choice to go to college. The Military Academy is a college. It's the oldest academy there is. It's the premier leadership university for the world. And we produce officers for the Army to lead the young men and women that make up our Army. With this graduation, I understand there'll be 4 or 5 of your graduates that will be entering the military. Please stand at this time. I do mean to embarrass you. Stand. Well done. You will soon enter your basic training. You may sit down. And you will be converted into a warrior. Everyone else going to college is not going to be made into a warrior. You'll be converted into a warrior that will be disciplined and follow the orders of those that are set over you. So when you go to basic training, you're going to learn to say, yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. The person I give an appointment today, you will have to call ma'am in the future, because there is a likelihood that you will all run into each other in this so small Army we have. 1% need to serve in the military to protect the 99%. Those 1% decide they're going to do something, they're going to put their life on the line. We are at war. We are always going to be at war. We will always be at conflict. So these people are weird. They're choosing to sacrifice. They're choosing to go to the higher calling. But also, these people that are joining the military work for you. How many of you seniors work right now? How many of you know that there's taxes that come out of your pay, right? So you will be paying them to do their job. So in essence, you're the bosses of all these people. But you also have a responsibility as citizens here and everybody that's in the classroom. You have a responsibility to know the Constitution of the United States, because all these people are going to take an oath that says, I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and unfortunately domestic, with my life. So if you don't know the Constitution, be one that knows it. Many of our politicians don't. You're the one that's going to lay your life on the line for it. West Point is an academic institution. We have more Rhodes Scholars than all other colleges in the United States except for Yale, Harvard, and then one other Ivy League school. Not even Navy has higher than us. So you're going to go through a rigorous time there, but you're also going to train to be a warrior in the military. This person had a focus on the academy from a very young age. So those of you that are in elementary school, middle school, if you want to be an officer in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, if you want to be an officer, you need to walk a different road from very early in life. And I ask you to do that. And all of those teachers and all of those administrators and your parents along the way are there to help you with it. But you have to walk a different walk. You have to take a different path. You have to take a higher road. For when we accepted this young person, we knew she was a person of character. We don't develop officers of character. We bring you in with character. When we selected her and we offered her an appointment, we offered her an appointment to the Army. We expect her to finish at the academy. We expect her to finish in 4 years, not 4 years and a day. And she will be fully employed. We have a job waiting for her. Unlike most of you, even if you're going to an Ivy League school and you go off into a Fortune 500 company, probably the most you'll be trusted with will be the code to the copy machine and the key to the drawer for the coffee machine until they figure out what you're doing. This person's going to be handed 20 young people, maybe her age, maybe a little older than her. She will be in charge of them, millions of dollars of equipment, and handed orders to go do what she must do to defend the Constitution of the United States. Fully employed from day one. This is why America trusts, like no other institution, the military, because they know we have a higher code that we stand by. And at West Point, duty, honor, country also follows an honor code of you will not lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate anyone that does. Why? Because in a foxhole, you have to trust that person to your right and that person to your left to do their job, or you die. So I thank you for the time, maybe a little bit more time than most, to address all of you and those of you in the classroom. But I think it was important that we do this. For this is a tradition that we have at West Point, that a graduate presents the appointment when given the opportunity, and many schools aren't doing this. I normally don't walk into a school and see the military on the wall like this. Obviously, there's something different about Newton Falls that I tend to like. And I thank you for this and all that you've done. So now I have the honor as a 1980 graduate. 45 years ago, I entered the academy with the first class of women and watched them do wonderful things. And I'm glad right now to give the first military official order to this person. Bailey Adams, stand and approach this podium. I met Bailey before, but I met one of her friends this morning, and before I could even ask Bailey a question, her friend's telling me that Bailey's been focused on this for a long time. And now that day is here. I will tell you this, in about 2 months, she is not going to look like this. She's going to be camoed down, camoed up, hair may be cut, maybe 100 pounds on her back. Do you even weigh 100 pounds? I shouldn't have asked that, that's not nice. All right. Flak vest on, rifle, hand grenades, rounds in her pocket, and they're going to take her camping almost every day. But when you see her next, she will be different. You will notice that she will be different. She'll be walking taller. Yes, you will be taller, really. She'll be walking taller and speaking differently. Because she will unite with her class, the 1,200, and they will become one under an immense pressure that the upper class will put on them. And she will come out of that well, go into academics, and continue with the dream that she's had for so many years. And I do believe, considering you're the president of this class, you've already been trained in small unit tactics. So good job looking at the way you guys put that mulch out. And I like the way you cross-trained all your seniors to be landscapers if everything else fails. So that's wonderful. So Bailey, and to the parents, to Bailey's parents, remember, you don't have to bring anything to West Point. We provide everything she needs. If she doesn't need it, she isn't getting it. And just enjoy this time of her being at the academy. Throw yourself into it, and you will enjoy everything that's there as she grows over the next 4 years. So Bailey Adams. This certificate of appointment on behalf of the President of the United States of America and the United States Military Academy Admissions Committee. I take great pleasure in presenting this certificate of appointment to you, Bailey Danielle Adams, for the class of 2025 on behalf of Darrell A. Williams, Lieutenant General, United States Army, Superintendent. God bless you.
Gary, you mentioned Bailey's going to be taller. You think I could get in the academy?
How many push-ups can you do?
About 2.5, maybe? No? I can't. All right. That's some cold-blooded stuff. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Okay, one more non-monetary thing we got going here are awards from the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And the first award is for exemplary contribution and service. That's going to go to Jaylyn Nicholas. Come on up. The next award is the Scholar Athlete Award in recognition of academic achievement while participating in sports. Madison Hayden. Next award is for the Courageous Student Award for demonstrating extraordinary courage. That goes to Chloe Downing. Next award is the Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award in recognition of exemplary sportsmanship. Ian King. And also Brianna Hudson. Award of Excellence for exemplary display of sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity, Josh Honeycutt. And also Bailey Adams. I think Mr. Shelby is back there taking pictures. Okay. If you'd all smile and look at Mr. Shelby, maybe come forward. Mask off, please. Thank you. All right. Okay, we're going to get into our scholarship stage here. Before I get started, let me explain. You're going to see your slide up if you're a presenter here today. When you see your slide, so Pammy, you're back there, you see the Dawn Mosier slide, and here she comes, Pam Mosier. And when you see your slide, just come up on stage and present your scholarship. While Pam's coming on up on stage, I want to explain to the people watching out there on YouTube how this is done. So I will let the seniors know that the local scholarship application is ready to be filled out. You fill out the application online and you submit it by a certain deadline. Now, unfortunately, this year, to be honest with you, not many students filled out the application. We had a total of 17 applicants only for the senior class for local scholarships. I'd like to think it's due to COVID, but I'm not sure. You fill the application out online. We make copies. Mrs. Peace makes copies of transcripts and the application, and we give a copy of each application to each of our local scholarship organizations. Each application is assigned a random number. There's no names on the transcripts, no names anywhere on the application. Each organization will call the guidance office and speak to me and say, hey, we picked number 491. And I will tell them then who number 491 is. Okay, so just everybody out there that's watching the program, that's how local scholarships are done. Okay? So our first scholarship is the Don Mosier Memorial Scholarship, and we have Don's wife here, Pam Mosier, and Pam, it's been 15 years since Don passed. And if you didn't know Big Mo was he was a Browns fan, and I say this every year, dear Lord Jesus, please let the Browns win the Super Bowl this year, because me and Big Mo up in heaven we're gonna celebrate. But Don Mosier was a huge Tiger fan. He was a man that contributed to our city here in Newton Falls. He was a loving husband and parent. And I know he's proud of what Pam does. Pam has a golf tournament every year. And when's the date this year, Pam? August 28th. So if you're watching out there and you want to get involved in the Don Mosier Memorial Golf Tournament, this is what happens. All the money goes towards scholarships, okay? And Pam, we're so thankful for what you're doing for our students every year. And we're proud of your family and, of course, Dawn. Okay? And this year's recipients for the Don Mosier Memorial Scholarships for $500 each are Madison Hayden and Morgan Briner. Come on up. Let's get it. Yeah, take it. Thanks, man. Caleb Howard, please come up on stage. Caleb Howard. While Caleb was coming up, I have Jerry Dunlap here. Jerry's our secretary, executive administrative assistant for our superintendent, Rocco Aducci. Okay, we have the Philip Dunlap Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship is in loving memory of Jerry's and David's son, Philip Dunlap. Philip was a 2006 graduate of Newton Falls High School. Now, most of you in the class of 2021, you never had the privilege of knowing Philip. He was a very talented, kind, and quiet young man. He loved playing the trumpet, guitar, and drums in a group from church. And he also played the trumpet here at Newton Falls in the marching band and concert bands. Philip also worked with Mr. Donnelly in the tech department at Newton Falls Schools. On May 7th, 2011, he graduated magna cum laude from Kent State University with an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree in computer technology. Philip married the love of his life, Ashley Rodano, on September 15, 2018. Life was good for Philip, but what he didn't know is that he had an unknown blood disorder. And on Sunday, October 13, 2019, Jerry and David received the most devastating phone call a parent could ever receive. Their son, because of this blood disorder, took Philip's life unexpectedly. Their son had passed away. As parents, they were devastated. And they wish they could have done something to help him. Since they couldn't, they've decided to honor Philip's memory by awarding this $500 scholarship to Caleb Howard in Philip's memory. May God bless you, Caleb, as you study hard to receive your diploma. And to the class of 2021, may you put your trust in God and He will direct your paths. Congratulations, Caleb Howard. Let's get a picture here. Okay, Tom Gregory, we have Rick Nelson that's here representing the American Legion. I don't believe Donna Ball is here today, right, Rick?
No, he had to work.
Okay, so.
All right, Scott's going to turn the mic over to me, which is rare. We are presenting 8 $1,000 scholarships. And we formed a committee of 5, and each one of you received a majority of selection. And we tried to do a balance on scholarship between being well-written and some of the best in your class, and some who express need. So with these scholarships, you must return the form in here to the American Legion, and we will pay your college or university that $1,000. Should be in, already addressed with a stamp. So these scholarships are, I'm going to recommend that all 8 of you walk up here as I call your names. And as I present you your envelope, you can consider that a handshake. First, Olivia Van Overbeck. Second, Luke Butler. Third, Blake Spurlock. Fourth, Brianna Hudson. Fifth, Olivia Corson. Sixth, Samantha Four. Seventh, Morgan Briner. And eighth, Jalen Nicholas. And we thank each of you for participating.
Look out there, Rick, for the photo.
Right here. All right. So while I'm up here, the American Legion would also like to recognize the 5 students who have joined the military and have committed to this military service, which Gary Minadio has so aptly summarized. We will present each of them with an American Legion coin and a check for $50. Those 5 students are Ethan Lowry, Gary Fedoroff, Jonah Litvak, Ian King, and Bailey Adams. Now on this $50, we recommend that you go out and get something good to eat before you stand in a mess hall and ask yourself, didn't we have this yesterday?
I can get those too.
Want to leave them?
Yeah. Thank you. Did you get a picture with me? No.
Hi, I'm Kathy Wujik. I taught English and French here, and I'm so glad to be with high school students again. I want to say thank you so much for all your volunteerism, and I'm so happy I got to meet you during the Food and Backpacks program, and also putting flags on the graves at the cemetery and taking them down too. That was really important, and also really important in the scholarship application process too. So I'd like to encourage all the 8th graders and 11th graders to participate. For our Kiwanis scholarships this year, as we did last year, we're giving out more money this year because of COVID and not contributing to other activities that we would have paid for children in town. So Kiwanis first 2 scholarships at $500 each, Blake Spurlock and Olivia Van Overbeck. Stay here until we get the rest. The next scholarship is $400 to Olivia Kierson. And the next 2 scholarships at $300 apiece go to Samantha Four and Morgan Briner. Yeah, we'll get it finished. Oh, he's down. Oh, come forward, he says. Oh, we gotta pay attention to Mr. Shelby. Thank you. Thank you. I'm also presenting the Brandeberry Scholarship. This was established by Catherine Brandeberry, who was a teacher in our school district. In fact, the school and the property from here to the river is from the Brandeberry farm, some of it. And so I've put a map from on the scholarship letter from an 1899 atlas to show the Brandeberry farm, which is kind of neat. Originally, Catherine Brandeberry had determined that she was going to have $5,000, and then the interest for that would go to the one valedictorian. However, we don't have just one. The interest today is laughable, as you know. So what we've decided to do is the interest that would have been, back when she established this, would have been $300, but now we have to divide it 6 ways. So will the following people please come up? We have Olivia Van Overbeck, Madeline Fowler, Samantha Four, Chloe Downing, Bailey Adams, Morgan Briner, and this is for the Brandeberry Scholarship for the valedictorians. Olivia first. Madeline. Oops. Wait, Samantha. Sorry. I loved working with you guys on that class too. Okay, we have to move up. Okay. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for community support too.
Thanks, Kim.
Hello, I'm Melissa Fowler, and we are giving out 4 scholarships for the Newton Falls Athletic Booster, $500 apiece. And the winners are Bree Hudson, Bailey Adams, Olivia Van Overbeck, and Morgan Briner.
We're right here with you.
Oh, thanks.
You want to introduce yourself?
I don't. I'm what?
The crew.
Oh.
That would be us.
Hello, I'm Danelle Richmond, Melissa Fowler, Taryn Georgalis, and we are with the Newton Falls Farmers Market. We have 2 different scholarships. They're each for $350 for Madison Haydett and Jalen Nichols.
Hello, I'm Marianne Madison, president of the Newton Falls Band Boosters Club. Each year we are proud to present one of our seniors with a $500 scholarship payable to their university of choice. This year we had very qualified students that applied. We were very proud of all of our seniors. However, the panel for the interviews said that it was one of their hardest jobs to decide. They were even trying to figure out how they could come up with an additional $1,000 to award all of the applicants some sort of scholarship because they were such good candidates, very qualified, very great students, and great people in our community. We're going to miss them, and we wish them all the luck. This year's winner is going to be attending Youngstown State University, and we are proud to present this award to Samantha Ford, the $500 Band Booster Scholarship.
Hi, I'm Missy Shawless. I am past Ladies Auxiliary President and current third vice. We have two $500 scholarships and a $250 scholarship. We have a fundraiser or fundraisers every year. This year we were fortunate enough to make this money with a raffle for a fishing trip charter out of Ashtabula. So if Luke Butler, $500 winner, could come up, Madison Hayden for $500, and Olivia Kirsten. Thank you. Sorry, Olivia.
My bad.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry about the congratulations. Thank you.
Missy, thank you. Is Pam Pretty here from the Commerce Association? All right, I'll do the Newton Falls Commerce Scholarship if Pam's not here. The recipient of this year's Newton Falls Area Commerce Scholarship, Madison Hayden, for $500. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to give you, and you have to take a picture with me, so. Seems like a winning situation.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to say congratulations to our class of 2021. It's a proud moment in your day, and we wish you all the best of luck. I would also like to thank Mr. Kernan for all the work he does. Sometimes behind the scenes it goes unnoticed, but I know and I appreciate what he does, and I think we need to give him a big round of applause because he's just a really great person. My name is Judy Ginsburg, and I represent the Newton Falls schoolmates and friends. And we are an organization comprised of anybody who's ever been associated with the school, whether you're a student, an employee, or some association. So that includes all of you. And so you are actually members of our organization also. And seniors, we do believe in your future. And we are awarding two $1,000 scholarships this year. And so I would like to ask Miss Brianna Hudson and Miss Madison Hayden to come on up.
Hi, I'm Amy Crowder, and this year we have started the Crowder Family Educational Scholarship, and this year we dedicate it to the memory of Harry J. Benitez. He served as superintendent here for numerous years. His contributions in education and with children were unmatched. He was probably one, if not the youngest superintendent ever employed in Trumbull County, and he leaves a legacy of education. So for this scholarship of $250 for 2 years, we give it to Blake Spurlock. The next scholarship is from the Newton Falls Board of Education. This year, the seated board has chosen to redevelop the scholarships. This year will be the initial scholarship. Next year, we hope to grow it and make it a legacy from here on out. So from the Newton Falls Board of Education, this scholarship of $500 goes to Andrew Hauser. All right, the last turn at the podium for me is the Newton Falls class of 1979, probably one of the best classes ever, has decided to entrust a $250 initial college scholarship with the challenge of all the other alumni classes to either meet or beat the scholarship. We feel so proud as alumni to see you stepping up to the role, and you are inspirations for the Tiger Cubs and the ones coming behind you. So it's a way of us paying it back for all the glory moments that we had. Now you'll have a hard time beating the class of 1979 because, like I said, they're probably the best ever. But at this point, with that challenge out to all alumni classes, we give this $250 initial scholarship to Luke Butler.
My name is Mike Mazanetz. I serve on a scholarship committee for Andy Pike along with Richard Reeves, Betty Forrest, and Tom Palmer. First of all, congratulations, class 2021. Good luck in the future. Also, I want to give a special thank you to Scott Kernan and Don Nicholson for organizing this. This is a really cool program that you guys do, and I know it involves a super large amount of work. So thank you to you both. Andy Pike was the football coach here for 20 years. He also served as the athletic director. was very involved in the community, in the school, and academics, was also a teacher here. And this year's winner of the Andy Pike Memorial Scholarship is Brandon Gibson. So,
okay, our next scholarship is from the Newton Falls Classroom Teachers Association. And as part of that association and union, we are very much proud of our profession, and we want to make sure those students that plan on going into education get off to a good start. So part of our union dues goes towards this scholarship. So the NFCTA Arthur J. Prescott Scholarship of $1,000 each will go to Jaylyn Nicholas and Olivia Van Overbeck. Okay, our next scholarship is a memorial scholarship, Ryan Mattis Memorial Scholarship. Ryan was a former student here at Newton Falls, and I apologize, I forget the graduating class for Ryan. If somebody out there knows that, speak up. But Ryan was a tremendous young man, a young man of character. I had the opportunity to coach Ryan in football, and just the type of kid that would give you the shirt off his back and do anything for you. And members of his class have went ahead and started this scholarship to remember Ryan and carry on his legacy. This year's Ryan Mattis Memorial Scholarship for $500 will go to Olivia Van Overbeck. Our next scholarship is from the Newton Falls Youth Baseball and Softball League. And by the way, that organization is really getting it done in town. I don't know if if you've been by the Ball Diamonds and seen the progress that they've made at our city park and all the things they're doing for our young kids for baseball, softball. Congratulations goes out to them, and keep up the good work. I appreciate that. I know that's a lot of volunteerism, a lot of time and effort down there, and they are doing a tremendous job. So those leaders of that organizations, we appreciate you. They give a $500 scholarship this year, and that will go to Olivia Kierson. Okay, our next scholarship is from AMVETS. Our AMVETS organization, I've worked with Art Keffer and a number of those men there, and we appreciate what everything that is done from our AMVETS organization. This year we have 5 $1,000 scholarships. So when I call your name, come on up. Chloe Moss, Bree Hudson, Jalen Nicholas, Bailey Adams, Blake Spurlock, AMVETS scholarship. Okay, our next scholarship is the Gene Zorn Memorial Scholarship. Many of you know Gene Zorn, Coach Zorn, longtime basketball coach and longtime math teacher, one of the probably best teachers we've ever had here at Newton Falls High School. It's hard to argue against that. And one of the best coaches we've ever had at Newton Falls High School. So we are proud to give out the Gene Zorn Memorial Scholarship. We give that scholarship to varsity basketball players, boys and girls who excel in high-level math. And this year we are going to give 3 scholarships out in the amount of $634.61. And if you're wondering, why that weird number, Coach Zorn had the wherewithal to leave some of his money in a position where he said we want that to go to young men and women that are going to college and excel in math that played basketball. The interest earned on that amount of money is what we give out every year. So we're proud to give out the Gene Zorn Memorial to, Jalen Nicholas, Bree Hudson, and Madison Hayden. So the next scholarship is called the Scooter OCD Scholarship. I don't like scholarships that end in change, that weird amount. So I got you you 3 special scholarships in the amount of 39 cents each. And to make that an even $635, I believe. And it's got change taped to it. So Madison, Bree, and Jalen. I asked Mr. Nicholson to donate towards that. Oh, we got to get a picture of that. I asked Mr. Nicholson to donate to that scholarship, and he said times are tough at the Nicholson house, and he couldn't do it. So, okay. The next scholarship, we got Mark, right? Correct. Mark Namesnick, and Mark is the nephew. Tell me if I'm wrong on all this now, Mark. Mark is the nephew of Frank Namesnick, and we give this Frank Namesnick Memorial Scholarship every year. And I get one of the best things about this scholarship is I get to talk to Carol Namesnick every year, and that would be your aunt. She lives out in Colorado, and she's just a pleasure to talk to, and I appreciate Carol and her family. We've got Kathy down here, and Kathy is Frank's sister. Sister-in-law. Okay. So this is a family affair. We appreciate Mark being here and Kathy, and we appreciate Carol. Now, Frank was an athlete for Newton Falls High School, graduated in 1958, and part of one of the better basketball teams you ever see here at Newton Falls High School. Frank was an engineer, worked for IBM. I'm kind of getting all this right. So a standout person for Newton Falls High School, like many of you will be. So we are very proud to give out the Frank Namesnick Memorial Scholarship this year to Brandon Gibson in the amount of $1,000. Okay, Mark, thank you. Okay, our next scholarship is the Masonic Lodge Scholarship. And we have 4 $250 scholarships that we're going to hand out, but not today. I'll get them to you. Okay, these 4 scholarships of $250 each, will go to Luke Butler, Madeline Fowler, Bree Hudson, and Joey Klein. Come up on stage, get a photo. Okay, our next scholarship, and this young lady is aware of this scholarship, and I wish I knew some history on this. Is Kathy Wujcik still here? She left. Huh? This scholarship is called the C.A. Ensign Scholarship, and the only thing I know about it is when I first started in guidance, I was contacted by the Pittsburgh Foundation, and they said, listen, we have an amount of money that was donated and designated for a scholarship for a Newton Falls graduate. And again, it's based on the interest earned on the certain amount of money donated. And it is for students that excel in journalism, communication, English, writing skills. Okay? Must be going to a 4-year college. And this year, we weren't able to give it last year due to COVID. So it's kind of like a double whammy scholarship, double interest. And evidently, whatever they had invested it in is doing very well. The amount of this year's scholarship for the C.A. Ensign Scholarship is going to be $4,789.66. So the recipient of the C.A. Ensign Scholarship is Olivia Van Overbeck. Now, Olivia, you're very aware, I do not like those scholarships with change, so you get another Scooter OCD scholarship in the amount of 34 cents.
Thank you.
Quarter, nickel and 4 pennies. Okay, so I'll give you both those. How's that?
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Thank you.
Our next scholarship is a scholarship we call Academic Excellence Scholarship. This money is donated to the school from a family in town that wishes to be named anonymous, okay? And they give a scholarship out every year, and we're happy to do that for them. And so this year's recipient of the Academic Excellence Scholarship will be 2 $500 scholarships, and they will go to Autumn Miller and Madeline Fowler. Our next award is the Student Council Scholarships. And we have several scholarships in the amount of $500 each. Student Council scholarships will go to Samantha Four, Morgan Briner, and Bailey Adams. Our next scholarship is the Don Host Memorial Scholarship. Anybody in the class of 21 know Don Host? Did you know Don Host? Hosty, we called him Hosty. Hosty was a custodian here at Newton Falls High School, and he was one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet. Just friendly all the time, 24/7, a good worker for Newton Falls High School, and his family, in memory of Don Host, has decided to carry on his legacy through a scholarship every year. And this year's recipient of the Don Host Memorial Scholarship is Blake Spurlock, $500. I believe this might be our last scholarship. Okay. Our last scholarship is the Kiefer Family Scholarship. Doc Kiefer, a dentist in town. Anybody go to Doc Kiefer? Anybody? Okay. So, probably as some of you know, Dr. Kiefer is kind of retiring on the way out, but his family continues to give this scholarship. The Kiefer Family Scholarship will go to Blake Spurlock in the amount of $1,000. Now, for those watching on YouTube and those here, we're a small community. We are not some big city like Cleveland or even Youngstown, Akron. We're a small community. We have 27, if I counted it right, we have 27 different local organizations that have decided to spend their time and efforts in giving back to the students of Newton Falls. And I know we've already gave them a round of applause, but please, one more time, the organizations of Newton Falls and the community, big round of applause. We totaled up the amount of just local money that was given by our organizations, and that's just under $42,000, and that's just amazing to me. Thank you so much to the local organizations for the amount of money, time, and effort that you give towards our students. We appreciate you. And for the class of 2021, your total scholarship amount adds up to $742,996. Give yourself a round of applause. You know, just to close out, I kind of want you to get a feel of where everyone's going and doing after graduation. We have students going into apprenticeships, electrician, welding, HVAC, pipe fitters, culinary. We have people going to vet tech programs. We have one young lady doing a paramedic EMT program through the Cleveland Clinic and Akron General Hospitals. We have students going into the military, and we have students going into the military academy. We have students that are going straight from our CBI programs with Mr. Lazari into the straight into work. They've got good jobs lined up and they're going into employment right away. We have students attending Kent State, Maine, Kent Trumbull, YSU, Akron, CSU, OSU ATI, Ohio State Main Campus, Moody Bible Institute, Muskingum, Marietta, Hocking College, Muskingum, which I already said, Newcastle School of Trades, Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics. We've got them all over the country. They're going to do great things. We have students that are going to be nurses, respiratory care, labor and delivery nurses, paramedics and EMTs, physician assistants, early childhood teachers, secondary teachers, psychologists, chemists, astronomers, biochemists, exercise scientists, chemical engineers, aerospace engineers, robotics, 3D art and animators. We have students going into economics, business management, sports management, finance, political science, going on to get law degrees, students going into the equestrian field, veterinarian field. We've got it all. Class of 2021, you did good. Congratulations. We're very proud of you. And I feel like that Dr. Seuss book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Right now, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Okay? Congratulations, class of 2021. Mr. Crowder, you got anything for him? What's the next thing on the agenda?
Next thing, we're going to get our caps and gowns back on, and then go take the grad photo in the gym. So in an orderly fashion, you're going to line up, and we're going to give you back your caps and gowns.
Andrew Hauser, can you come see me?